What up, Joshua?
We haven't been back to the academia in a while. It hasn't changed much, has it?
Oh, let me go turn my room light off. Oh, damn. The laptop is on. All right, there we go. All right, give me a second. All right, that is done. Anyway, Jesus, how you day been, bro?
Well, since we've got some time, want to go to the house of Dana? Paimon wants to do some reading! Ha! So you noticed! Well, you're too late. The Paimon you know and love is no more. You're looking at Paimon Plus, a new and improved treasure trove of travel know-how. Paimon Plus would like to find some new books to peruse. A gracious traveler like yourself wouldn't leave her companionless on her quest, right?
I'm trying to figure out what happened if I refuse. My brother. I feel that my feet be hurting all day.
Come on, this way.
For the most part, my day was fine.
It's Kale and Cyrus.
Actually, hold up. Actually, I need to go get my drink. I need to pour myself some more lemonade. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Excuse the jet turbine blowing in the background. That is my PS4.
Wonder what's going on. Let's go see.
And the books? Abandoning the quest already?
Well, you know what they say. Learning is a lifelong quest. Which means there's always another chance to read a book. But you never know when the next chance to reunite with an old friend will come along.
Sure, whatever you say.
Traveler, Paimon, you're back in Sumeru?
Oh, hello, you two. It's been a while. Looking to spend time with some old friends?
I wonder how long this quest is.
Yep. We saw some familiar faces, so we came to say hi.
How could I forget an old man who lives next to Zaha Hadid? Nafis's assistant.
Ha! You must be mistaken. Unless, of course, you mean his project collaborator, because that is far more accurate. Nephis, that old coot, should thank his lucky stars he has me on his team.
Which is something he'd never have the courage to say to his face. Well, Paimon's glad to see you in such good spirits, Cyrus. Must mean things are all good here in Sumeru.
Let me search this up right now. Genshin Impact. Ruin Exploration. Fieldwise Center. Huh. The whole thing is like 2 hours long. At least the story content is 2 hours long. At least from what this video is telling me. I gotta make sure to get all hidden character interactions as well. But yeah, this whole thing is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. At least from what this part is telling me. So I should be able to get it done tonight.
All right. I'm not the type to take offense at that kind of thing.
I need to start doing my research beforehand.
You definitely are. Anyway, what were you and Kale chatting about just now?
Ah, that. Well, it was quite a spontaneous meeting. I was leaving the sage's office when I spotted Kole in conversation with a Mahamata, and it looked serious. I thought something bad might have happened, so I hurried over as soon as the conversation ended. But as it turns out, our Kole is moving up in the world. The academia even hired her as a consultant.
My girl moving up in these streets. Oh my goodness gracious. You love to hear it. This is one of those things where it's like, bruh, if this is what's going on with this character in her life, why can't this content not be permanent? Do you not know how what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the people who are very big fans of Kale and her character because of the Genshin manga and even her in the story, right? And her interactions with certain characters like Eula and Amber, and it's like, and even Sucrose, right? All these important character interactions, all locked behind limited time events, and even them moving up in the world as they're like their lives are still going on. It's like, this is one of the reasons why Genshin Impact succeeds in, but it's like this double-edged sword where it's like they succeed in it, but they strip it away, and it's like not permanent content. And it's like, man, all this cool things to learn about these characters, you ain't even gonna ever learn about it unless you go watch a playthrough. Which I'm just not remembering freaking my girl Chavruse and her playthrough of her little limited time event. That thing was fun as well.
Wow, that's incredible!
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Look at that, so humble. Takes after me, she does.
Not at all. Not at all. No, wait. I didn't mean that to sound like I don't think you're humble, Mr. Cyrus, because of course you are. I just,
I'm gonna call this whenever she's sweating. I should have brought out. Anyway, what are you consulting for exactly?
Oh, well, I wouldn't even call myself a consultant. I'm just helping out. Now that the new semester has started, a lot of students and scholars are doing fieldwork for their research. But it can be dangerous for those who don't have a lot of experience in the wild. So, the academia is planning to establish an agency that provides guidance on outdoor survival and rescue for people who need it.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So, you're here to explain rainforest survival as a representative of the forest rangers.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, when it comes to tips on deciphering mechanisms or defeating monsters, that's for people who are far more senior than me to handle. And speaking of which, since we're short on manpower, the person in charge at the academia said we're still accepting newcomers.
Anyway, for anybody watching this right now, how's your day been? Hopefully you had a good day.
If you're interested, you're welcome to join and share your insights.
Ah, seizing the moment. Well done, Kole. Recruiting someone as capable as the Traveler is a great idea. Oh, and just between the four of us, the academia has set aside a generous amount of funding for this project.
Paimon eyes is glowing at the hearing The sound of money. The money rings, she glows.
Well, since Collie's thrown her hat in the ring, we should help out too. What do you say, traveler?
Well, as we all know, I'm nothing if not helpful.
Great! We're all supposed to meet up in Aru Village later, so I guess we'll regroup there. I was kinda worried, since Master Tainari isn't around to help this time, but now I feel much better.
I have faith. Have faith. You don't need anyone's help to do a great job.
Yeah, even if you don't trust the Academia's eye for talent, you can trust ours for sure.
And mine, of course. I have as good an eye for people as I do for tomatoes.
Well, there you have it.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, speaking of Tainari, how are things with him and the others?
Good, thanks. All the forest rangers are doing great. Oh, but Master Tainari did mention that Sino and Sethos were heading to Gandharvaville. I'm not sure if it's for work or something else.
Huh, knowing them, could just be to play some cards.
I'm not sure. Apparently Sethos is bringing someone else with him too. But with my academia commitment, I didn't have time to ask for more details.
Huh, well now Paimon's curious. Should we go check things out, traveler?
Why not? It's been a while since we dropped by in to say hi.
That's true, and I'm sure they've missed you.
Now that is how it should be between friends. Getting together to play cards or enjoy a meal. Yet here I am, stuck with Nephis, who only ever calls to talk about research. Well, I won't delay your reunion any longer. Until next time.
Goodbye, Mr. Cyrus. Take care. Alright, I should probably get going too. See you later, guys. Come find me in Aru Village when you're ready.
Sure thing.
Looking forward to seeing you shine, Collie.
I might as well edit the title of my video say put full playthrough. Because I'm getting this done tonight. Oh, there we go. A star? King Dashwood's star. Oh, damn. Okay. Question is though, what about the story content? That is what I'm curious about. Mysterious and big. Really? No way. There's only 2 parts. This can't be right. Prep progression. The budget really ramped up for this event art. I say so. It looked really good. Like, there's no way. There's only 2 parts to this whole playthrough. It can't be. Yo, this might be a really short playthrough. Might be a really short stream. That matter of that. Also, this your first time being here, Chalino? If so, hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate it. Anyway, my bro is ASMR streaming. What's up, DJ King? And no, I'm not ASMR streaming. It just I ain't got nothing to talk about right now. Yes, I just found your channel recently. Oh, nice, awesome. That means my content is doing right. I'm circling through the algorithm. Surprising that people want to watch me talk for an hour long in my videos. But hey, yo, it's making views, so why am I complaining? Shut up, Jesus. Don't listen to what Jesus talking about. And if you see a username say tripwire, don't listen to that either. I swear these two, even though they're my friends, they be freaking doing the most to prey on my downfall. Only two parts, not Genshin, not like this. Anyway, how y'all been? Hopefully your day's been good.
Tainari's place. Tainari's place. Ah! Here it is! Sino! Sethos! Looks like the whole gang's here. Oh, and Layla's here too!
Layla!
But, oh, she doesn't look too good. Did something happen?
This is why. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am really invested. I was already invested with Layla when it came down to this event because there was an anecdote from a couple patches back. I don't know if any of y'all did those anecdotes where Layla had an interaction with Mizuki, the new 5-star character that came out during that time, right? There was a whole interaction, a very story important interaction when it came down to Layla as a character in particular. So I'm really invested when it came down to this Let Me Tell You event with her in it because it ties directly to that. Which, unfortunately, this goes back to those moments of, man, I wish people can be able to replay those moments or get a chance to play those moments themselves so it can be permanent or permanently added to like the archive. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I like Zenless and Star Rail's archive more than Genshin's. I'm gonna be hands down with y'all. Been alright, got my shit rocked on Twitter due to some yes, but I just muted it and went. But my day, it was raining. I was hauling like crazy, sleeping pee. Oh damn, I don't know what happened to you on Twitter, but happens sometimes. Sometimes you gotta put the phone down. That feature is coming. And version 10.0. Oh man, could you imagine?
Ah, Paimon, Traveler. It's good to see you.
I'm not gonna lie. Imagine the Genshin dev team are like, yo, we're not gonna put in the updates that people want until the game reaches its end, where we're nearing EOS. Could you imagine? Being like, oh, well, we put it in. No, we didn't ask you to wait till now, where everything's done and over. Don't nobody care about nothing at that point. The story's done. The characters are wrapped up. What more content could they provide at that point in time? Nothing.
I'd welcome you like a proper host, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. Apologies. No need to look that worried. My observations indicate Miss Layla's condition has improved quite a bit.
I will say this, though. I do miss the English VA for Tainari, his original VA. It's unfortunate Homeboy turned out to be a weirdo. Pretty sure I can confidently call that man a pedo. I think I can confidently say that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. He has such a good voice for the character, and he just fumbled the bag, bro. I couldn't imagine being like that. I don't understand how these people keep fumbling the bag when it comes down to them getting popular. It's like, bruh, you had an easy steal to put yourself out there as a good voice actor for this character and move up, and you fumbled hard. It's like, bruh. And then people got the audacity to be sitting here complaining about fictional characters where you got real life people like that individual out here doing some real heinous stuff. It's a shame. Now they will add it on the next Genshin. Genshin back to New World Chapter 1.0.
There's no danger to her mind. She's just fatigued and needs some rest. Excuse me for a moment while I blend some calming incense. I'll let you two explain the situation.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. Another thing that I realized too is that when people start you know, yip yapping about these games, what in particular these Hoyo games, because like they treat Hoyo games like the devil on the earth out here on these mainly Wuwa players. Let's be honest, no other gotcha space or game and their communities out here complaining about what Hoyoverse is doing. Blue Archive niggas don't talk about freaking Hoyoverse. Them niggas playing Nikkei don't talk about Hoyoverse as far as I know. And so on. Even Fate Grand Order, ain't nobody over there talking about Hoyoverse. But Wuwa players in particular. So it's like, when you hear them yap about the game and be like, oh, the game didn't improve, and then you have to legitly cycle back through a whole year's worth of content to be like, wait a minute, you're wrong about that. But then they'll continue to push their BS lie and to be like, oh no, that's the truth, this and the third. For example, people are going to forever keep pushing this whole Genshin storytelling is bad, despite the fact Genshin storytelling has gotten better recently. Right? People are not going to admit that. They're going to be like, oh, Genshin storytelling is still bad. We'll go a whole year with good storytelling and they'll still sit here and say it's bad. And then forever, that's just going to be forever staying on the game and be like, oh, the game didn't improve its storytelling. And it's like, huh? Yo, what's up? Wait a minute, what? Denali. What's up, Ray? First time being here? But yeah, it's just something I've come to realize, especially with watching certain content creators. And I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I just got to start watching Fox Soul's reaction to Saint Tontas's reaction to the version 2.4 of Xenoblade Zone Zero, and it is by far the most bad faith. Not even bad faith. Saint Tontas prides himself on being bad faith and a rage baiter, and it shows. Bro, I was sitting there latter end of my shift at my job, like last hour left of my shift. I'm over here listening to the video. I'm just like, what is this nigga Saint Tontas yapping about, bro? What? You're complaining because this new stun character allows for characters to be able to pop off their ultimates? Then he's talking about some Jafufu got power crept, and like Jafufu can't even be put on the same team as these other characters anymore. And I'm like, bro, what? What are you talking about? I ain't gonna lie, I haven't reacted to another Saint Tontas video after the first one I reacted to, because I was just like, I'm gonna lose brain cells if I keep watching this nigga content, which is why I don't actively watch his content. His content is terrible. It's like, bro, if I react to his content, I will make another 2-hour long reaction just because of it. Mind you, I don't do 2-hour long reactions. The last video I did was a 2-hour long reaction because I was very passionate about the topic at hand, and I took it very seriously as I watched that video. Go check it out for yourself and give it a like and give it a view. But anyway, yeah, I can't do another reaction to that man's content unless I feel the real need to do it. Now, I do got to get back to reacting to some of Smacksan RB's videos, though, because I haven't done any reaction to it lately, even though 2 weeks ago, going on 3 weeks now, I said I was going to do more reaction to his stuff. But I've been doing more Glaver reactions rather than his. So I'm trying to, like, shuffle it around. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I'm going to get to it. Hopefully this Friday when I buy a new storage piece so that my ass can have more space on my laptop, because I'm running out of space on my laptop at this point. By the way, I'm from good, so yes, we can talk to. Oh, cool. Hold on, let me. Bellamy and his bad taste on the long way. I felt anger when I was watching that good video all the way through. Appreciate it. I know he just did another video. I know I'm yapping right now instead of getting this quest done, but like I can get this done in 2 hours because apparently this story quest is only 2 hours long, which means I got plenty of time to play through. But anyway, yeah, I didn't get done. I know Vladimir made another video talking about how Xenoblade Zone Zero's 2 characters have bad character designs, which I disagree with wholeheartedly. And it's like, did we forget characters have similar design elements to each other? Did people forget that's a thing? Right? I can count how many characters on my fingers have the freaking ripped hot jean pants, booty shorts in Xenoblade Zone Zero. I can count 3 right now. Nicole, Lucy, Polkra. And that's just 3 of them. right? The fact that they all have the same design when it comes down to the pants piece, even though they don't look exactly the same, they all got their own, different variety to it. But still, the element is ripped booty jeans. Wow, interesting, right? Characters having similar design elements to each other, but apparently that's a grave sin for an artist to do. Apparently, God forbid.
What happened was, Sethos and a few members of the Temple of Silence rescued Layla, who was out in the desert trapped in a state of delirium.
She had to be rescued? Oh, that sounds bad.
That's all you're gonna say about it, Sino? I mean, we don't want people jumping to conclusions.
That's all I can say about it. The person involved is unable to explain what happened to her, so we're limited in what we know.
Oh no, this Sumeru event? Yes, this is the Sumeru event. If you haven't done that, I suggest that you don't spoil yourself. Spoil. My bad, I can't talk. I just got to eat ice cream and freaking lemonade, and now my mouth feel weird. But yeah, if you don't want to spoil yourself, don't spoil yourself. I went out and seen someone wearing the same exact shirt I wear. Exactly. Be ready for a dumb pun. It's been a while since I heard Sino do a dumb pun, I ain't gonna lie. But also, even on screen, right, among Genshin characters, you can see similar design elements to each other. Case in point, you got 3 characters on screen right now that got this whole scarf cape piece going on. Well, technically 4 if you count Sino, because he's wearing a headpiece. But Traveler, Paimon, and Sethos got this whole scarf cape piece going on right now. Right? All 3 of them. It's a blatant similar design element. Granted, they all look different from each other, but the design is still similar to each other.
Sorry. My head is still dizzy. The moons. Exactly how many are there?
I freaking called it in my freaking playthrough. I know I freaking called it. This girl Layla has to be possessed by one of the freaking Moon Sisters. She has to be. At least a fragmented spirit of one of them. She has to be. There's no way it's anything else. I refuse to believe it's some freaking Sealy. It has to be a Moon Sister. It's got to be.
She's been repeating that phrase over and over again, but she can't seem to remember what happened to her.
We tried a few things back at the Temple of Silence, but we couldn't recover her memories. Her symptoms are kind of similar to researchers in the Satyavada life state. So we brought her to Tainari to see if our veteran forest watcher had any other ideas.
Also, since everybody watching this right now, make sure you hit the like button for your boy. Really appreciate it. Anywho, hold on, let me read this real quick. Though hit on my short King Aether, lol. That bruh is twinked out. Don't do that to my guy. I ain't gonna lie. I've been seeing people call Aether a twink for a while now. I think since like 2 years ago, I've been seeing this whole allegation that this man is a twink because of his crop top. Can we please leave my guy alone? Look. He just felt comfortable wearing the tank top. It's cool. Leave my guy be. He just loved the midriff, is all.
Tainari is pretty much our last option, so let's hope he can help.
Well, the good news is, even if restoring her memory is a no-go, we can help with the headache at least. Jur was in a similar state when we found him, delirious and mumbling to himself, but he's more or less back to normal now. Sorry, I should give you some context first, huh? We should let Miss Layla get some rest. Come with me, you two, and I'll introduce you to the other victim of this incident.
Oh, for anybody, for the new people who are here who don't like usually pop up during my streams, y'all can give me y'all opinions about how y'all feel about version 6 of Genshin right now, from 6.0 to 6.1. Y'all can give y'all opinions right now. I'm just interested to hear other people's takes on it, whether or not they liked it. Personally, I'm really liking NODKRAI, which is why it's the freaking starter of my title. I ain't gonna call Genshin Impact Genshin no more. I'm calling it NODKRAI. It's good. Okay, then give me a rating. Like something out of 10. Not cry, more like I'll cry on me.
Good idea. I'll wait for Tainari here and keep an eye on our patient.
All right then. This way.
Again, for my new people who are here, make sure you hit the sub button and hit the like button. But my expectation for NODKRAI is like really high, and it's purely based off of how Star Rail did their Amphoria story, and it just finished. I just got done finished doing my playthrough of Amphoria's story on Sunday, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed every moment of it. Every moment of Amphoria's Star Rail story has been great. Now, in the beginning, like, was it a little rocky? Was it a little shaky? Yes. But as we progressed, it got better. And I just loved it. I got really connected with the characters. I think there's about, like, realistically, I think there's only about, like, 2 or 3 characters I was really tight with. Finon, Cypher, and Cyrene. Now, second best. Who's the second best character I got? Who was the next character I got really attached to in that story? But like, but amongst those characters, I was like really attached to them. It was just like I really enjoyed it. It's like getting Dane's quest for the entire two version. It's like packed with lore. NODKRAI at 3-4 rating equals 7/10. No drama. Okay, valid. I know some people had I can't say some. Well, I guess people had an issue with the placement of Nefer's story quest. Granted, I'm not gonna lie. As I think back to it, I don't really know exactly how they could have presented her story quest any other way outside of what they did. Because what they did made the most logical sense, especially in universe to what's happening in the story. But I still understood how people had an issue with it. Granted, I did clown on one individual in their freaking video about their take about why it was bad. Yeah, whatever. I clowned on it. Rightfully so, though. I ain't gonna lie, because the whole video was just bad. It wasn't even a good video to explain why this was bad to be placed here, right? Like, oh, learning this information about Nefer. Homeboy could not even peep together what was the core theme between Nefer's story quest and the Nefer's story quest and Rerear's story as well. Homeboy couldn't even piece together what the main core theme of it was, which I figured out pretty easy because Paimon wasn't there to sit here and yap her head off, being like, "Oh, this is that. Oh, that is this." Face it's so crazy that when Paimon is not used to sit here and be the mouthpiece of the story to explain things to people in a more simpler fashion, people still don't have the reading comprehension to understand the story themselves. Ain't it crazy? Somebody got to tell me I'm crazy for this. But like, ain't it crazy? People have been complaining for the longest time. Oh, remove Paimon. The story will be better. They don't use Paimon to explain a character's story, and niggas still can't put it together. It is diabolical out here. Yeah, let me read. How dare you? How dare you? Are you not paying attention? It's all your fault. This one, my personal rating will be 8 out of 10. Okay, cool. It's a solid 8.5, though I am leaning towards a 9 because it's definitely a step up from Natlan. With much needed step. Never historic to be included in here. It was fun. Girl, I didn't like us giving 10 out of 10. Duh. So yeah, for a save day, so it's Day Corba, I don't like anything. They will deduct 3 points anyway. He called Nefer a cornball. I watched the video and it was like, bro, if you mean she corny and this and that, they didn't have the reading skills to begin with. Exactly. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I do this to myself on purpose. Seeing these people's videos where they give their takes. And what's crazy is there's 2 female content creators on the freaking platform who make videos discussing about character writing for in particular for Genshin Impact in particular, right? They go in depth about XYZ. I really enjoy their videos, which is why one of their videos is gonna be one of the things I react to next. Not directly next, but it's gonna be one of the videos I react to. I want to react to that video about the current state of Wuthering Waves by Gotcha Smack first, and then get to those videos. And also, my videos to react to playlist is like getting longer and longer by the day. I'm at like 190 videos to react to. I am about to reduce half of that crap because like most of these I do not need to do a reaction to. I'm gonna be honest.
Who did the Ajalenok not offend? I just don't get it.
Hey, Jer. Still musing about Aji Lanok nuts, huh? Want me to have Sino come over and tell some jokes? Might help distract you.
Oh, they talk about grass. So again, shit. I'm gonna make a reaction about grass. I'm not gonna lie, that's so true. I ain't gonna lie. When I first started doing reaction videos, when I finally figured out that I could do a reaction video, I'm not gonna lie, I was really elated. I ain't gonna lie, that one content creator, gaming, homeboy, nothing but anything. Oh my lord, that nigga's entire content, especially over the last year, has been nothing but comparison videos between, oh, why Wuthering Waves is better than Genshin? Look at this grass, it's so much better. I'm not gonna lie. I did feel the urge to jump on it and be like, bro, what the F type of video is this? What type of content is this? Is that we're sitting here comparing grass graphics and sand graphics? Are we serious right now? Granted, I haven't checked out any of that dude's videos or within the last couple months, because I'm just like, it's no need for me to keep putting energy having crash outs over this. It's like, no, there's no need, because the video is full of dishonesty in it from Jump Street. So it's like, whatever. Oh, let me read. Wasn't there someone that did a video about what he said? Yeah, is that dude? Did you do? No, I didn't watch that video yet. I did add it to the playlist though, because I find it very interesting. Jobless behavior. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was acting pretty jobless. I did have some jobless behavior earlier. Or at least when I first started doing reactions. Which reminds me, I gotta do another reaction to Cole Septa's video. Me and Cole Septa, we pretty cool with each other. Or whatever, because when I first reacted to his content or whatever, he was cool about it. He had made a video about why Nikke had the best storytelling compared to, I believe, Genshin, or just compared to like the big four gacha games. And I never got around to reacting to it because I really did want to react to it to see what he meant by that. Because I never played Nikke, mind you. Granted, I do know that the story of Nikke is like really good and it's dark too, and it's sad. Also, can't get into Discord server, but wait, really? Hold up, the Discord link don't work? That can't be. So many people be flooding into this damn Discord like crazy. Maybe I gotta fix something. It should be working. It doesn't work for me? Okay, somebody who isn't part of my Discord, do me a favor and click that Discord link so I can see if it works for y'all. I just need to say. It's like when Smackson said he pulled character for all these deep stuff. When like farm, I just pull character because they are hot. I think he's gonna glaze it. I do have a suspicion that Glaive might do that for his video. Or better yet, he might do this thing where he's like, oh, I'm going to be quote unquote critical while being really low key about his criticism. He's not coming at it with that same energy that he would come after Hoyoverse for. That's what I expect from his video. Not gonna lie, I already peeped that with one of his videos I reacted to. I was like, where that energy at for this? I need to know where your energy at, bro. Because usually you be at 11 o'clock. Hold on, my bad, 11 o'clock. Homeboy be at high noon when he talks about anything related to Hoyoverse. All the way to the top of the sky. Brimming with energy. But when he does a criticism for Wuwa, it's like he tones it all the way down. And I ain't gonna lie, that just feels a little cheap in my opinion. I'll try. ID Discord. Alright, I got it. Alright, I got it to work. I'm in. Okay, go. Let me go back to the other server. Let's take a look. Okay, cool. So it worked for y'all. Nice. Hold on, did I miss something? No, I didn't miss anything.
No. No need. I'm done. Don't encourage him.
Well, sorry for interrupting the Aji Knock talk, buddy. Next time, just say, Aji, hey Knock.
Hold on. So, what's the deal with the Ashilenok Knights?
Okay, cool.
Other than the bad Sino jokes.
We'll get to that. But first, introductions are in order. This is Jur, a member of the Temple of Silence. And you remember the Traveler, right, Jur?
Of course. I'd never forget a participant in the Rite of Duels or the hero who saved Sumeru.
Yo, V, I would go react to that video, but I already listened to Foxhole's reaction to that video. And I can't bring myself to go react to that video, because if I do, I will crash out. Some of the points said out of his mouth is so if I'm using this word right, or flagrant. Oh, I'm pronouncing this word right. Flagrant. That nigga Saint Totas, it's just like, man. Personally, I can't. What's even worse about Saint Totas that really aggravates my nerve is that he looks like one of those freaking chumps that you see from them old, let's say early 2000 movies about the dude who usually get bullied, be like I have the whole actually face eyes, and it's like when I see his face and then when I see him yip yap with all this nonsensical rage bait and over exaggeration doom posting about Zenless every other second he gets, I'm not gonna lie, I just I just be like, bro, stop talking, shut up. For the love of God, for the love of all that is holy, stop talking. Cause it's like, man, I can't imagine looking like a geek like that and then talking like that. Cause it's like, words cannot describe my irritation right now. Just even thinking about this nigga irritates my nerve. It's like, bro. And I can't imagine having this confidence, talking with such confidence about, oh, I'm right about everything I say that comes out of my mouth. Like, I can't imagine talking like that unless I am objectively correct about the situation. But it's like, bro. And what's crazy is, think about this too. How many times has this man sat here and be like, oh, version X about Zenless is a disaster. Oh, the devs gave up. How many freaking times do we gotta sit here and see a thumbnail like that? I promise you, by the time we reach version 3.0 of Zenless, he's still gonna make thumbnails about that, being like, oh, the devs gave up. Especially right after they had a whole dev talk that they translated and explained what their plans are moving forward. And also, have anybody here seen the freaking potential update thing for certain characters coming in version 2.5? I saw, thanks to Joshua, my bro, dropped a video in the Discord of Grace and Soldier 11's gameplay being updated and their animations. Bruh, I lost my shit. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw that shit at work, I was like, oh my goodness, this is gas. Why wasn't this Soldier 11's base kit off jump? Because this looks amazing. Not gonna lie, I'm even more invested to build my Soldier 11 even more. Granted, I already technically built her crit rate and crit damage or whatever. I just gotta build her crit rate up more. But like, I've maxed her out on all her additional skill levels from A to E or F, whatever fuck. But of course, her other stuff, I gotta level that up, and her weapon that I just recently got, I gotta level that up. But like, when I saw the gameplay, I'm just like, man, this is worth the investment. With this, oh yeah. And then I just recently got Grace on my account too, so it's like, even seeing her gameplay, I'm like, man, this looks good too. Hold on, let me read. So I could, like, let me scroll back up just in case. I was so I could read. Watch, bro said event that makes people stop playing Zenless. Yeah, him complaining about the Bang Boo event that's meant to be the Bang Boo Mecha event was so stupid because, like, bro, they had it last time and they're making it permanent. Yes, the freaking Bang Boo Mecha moves slow, but don't forget that the damn thing also moves fast where you can freaking push back, move forward, do spin moves and all this other crap. It's like, bro, what are we talking about? Talking about something, make it a separate game mode. It's like, nigga, no, it's a mini game mode meant to be played because they're using the Bang Boo, something that's been in the game since day one. Don't get me started on his take about Bang Boo, talking about something, oh, they just exist there for no reason. They have no purpose in the gameplay. And it's like, nigga, what? Excuse you? No purpose of the gameplay. You must not know what these Bang Boo do. It's specifically the ones made for certain team setups and factions. It's like, bruh, what are you talking about? Hold on, let me keep reading. Is this the end of this? Like the lack of events in war that made people play other games? Exactly. Also, what's up, Azure? First time being here. Wait, why have this sneaking suspicion that I've seen this Azure name before? Haven't I seen your name before? I got a sneaking suspicion that I've seen your name before. Like a year ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm confusing you with another channel user icon that I seen a year ago. But never mind. Back to my point. What was another thing that he said there and said in that video that was so dumb? It's just like, man, I don't know how people watch Saint Tontos. I really don't. People who watch Saint Tontos must be children. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. That have no IQ and think Saint Tontos is the smartest person on the block. Grace even have that random shit meme. Wait, Grace even have the random bullshit meme added? Wait, no wait, hold up. Hey, Sus, you being serious, bro? Because I didn't even notice it. Bro, you gotta screenshot that thing and show it to me in her gameplay. Because I didn't even notice it. I think you're gonna title 3.0 in this soft relaunch. Carla, that Bang Boo event. Wait a minute. Azure. Wait a minute, hold up. You should know who I am. Are you Mimi's sister? Because I'm pretty sure that's who you are, right? And y'all, don't worry. Mimi is her user name. That's not her real name. All right, let me read. Where else was I at? Okay, that big movement was actually fun. Yeah, I agree. That alone reflects into the understanding. Maybe you should know. Yeah, is when she throws all the ghost grenades. Soft relaunch Mimi. Mem. Oh, another thing too. Before I continue, I'm not gonna lie. I hate this term of calling version 2.7 the next soft relaunch of the game. Now, the reason I say this is because there's only so many times we can keep saying that this is a soft relaunch of the game without it sounding like, man, the game must be really failing if they got to keep soft relaunching. So, instead of calling it a soft relaunch, I would prefer that people just call it the next big update of the game. 2.4, version 1.4 was a big update to the game. It wasn't people called it a soft relaunch. Personally, I took it as this is the big update of the game. And then now we're having another big update moment. If anything, we should not be calling these again relaunches. We should be calling these turning points actually. I get that if you don't understand the reference, go watch Mushoku Tensei. It's a great show. But anyway, yeah. Boom. Turning points. We should be calling these turning points. Big turning points for the game. And it shows that the devs are listening, which is good. I love the transparency that Zenless devs give in comparison to Star Rail and Genshin, which is so weird. Because if you think about it, both Zenless and Genshin's, both Star Rail and Genshin's dev teams, do y'all realize how many times that they do like their dev talks? We don't see the lead producer of Star Rail and Genshin's game as much in comparison to Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero's head producer, we see that man's face so often, it's crazy. And it's like, I don't remember seeing the lead dev's face for Genshin all this amount of times when the game first came out, within the first year, right? Star Rail, I guess we did see their faces. Just probably once or twice. Granted, I started playing Star Rail a year late behind everybody else.
Awesome. Could you go over what happened to you one more time, Jer? Our valiant hero is going to help us get to the bottom of this. Might as well join since you're here, am I right? Just hear him out. You're gonna want to uncover this mystery once you do. I bet on it.
Well, I was on an expedition in the desert not too long ago, when I got caught in some quicksand. Later, it became obvious it wasn't normal quicksand because instead of sinking to my death, I fell into an undiscovered ruin. In my panic, arms and legs flailing about, I suspect I touched some things I shouldn't have.
Oh, nice storytelling. I was
Because
niggas
in that
sinking.
brief moment, an enormous amount of information came surging into my mind. I would hesitate to even call it knowledge, because my brain had no capacity to process the information.
I love it. I love the fact that Genshin started doing this more, of this whole black screen background. Characters are put in it, and whatever item or asset they need to put in there to convey a point that they're making with the character speaking. I love that they started doing this more. Because we started seeing this, technically, we kind of saw this the first time with Sumeru, with Nahida, and then we started seeing it more later down the line with Fontaine and Natlan. And now we're seeing it more with NODKRAI as well. I love the fact that how Glaze skipped the 2.5 was dry and did not cover the twist and consequences about it. I think. Oh my god, I'm actually, V, you so right about that. Because that, granted, this is something I noticed weeks ago. Everyone else during versions, especially with version 2.7 of WuWa, the 2.7 update for WuWa, before it even dropped, but the WuWa community acting crazy towards the consecrators. Yet Glaive Kyo, at that same exact time, posted a video talking about the toxicity of the Genshin Impact fan base. When I saw that, I was like, okay, one of two things are happening here. Either one, you are completely wanting to only touch on one thing and not the other, or two, this video just conveniently came out at the right time, at the wrong time, when this is happening in the community that you claim in a video he made months ago, saying that the Wuthering Waves player base is not the Genshin Impact player base. But despite the fact that no, they clearly are the same player base. Right? And it was just like, I even made a video reacting to Pharaoh's talking about the whole 2.7 thing with the player base acting crazy. Right? Y'all can go check that video out. But it was just like, and even after that happened, he still didn't make a video touching on it at all, while everyone else did. He didn't make a video about the view botting either, because I know that for a fact, because I would have saw it pop up on the channel. But every video after that has been nothing else but Genshin, Star Rail, Zenless, Genshin, back to front, right? And I'm like, this feels blatantly one-sided, especially if you are a content creator who claims to be, oh, I'm unbiased, oh, I don't have a side that I pick when it comes down to either game, because there's no friends when it comes down to these gacha game developers and their companies that they're from, which is like, okay, cool, but like, why aren't you talking about this thing that happened recently that completely blows away your idea that WuWa's player base is not the Genshin player base? Don't even get me started on the fact that St. Tones made a video trying to blame the whole outrage that was happening with version 2.7 on the freaking Hoyoverse player base. I saw that video title and I was like, I didn't even bother watching it, but I knew the argument that he was about to make in it. And I was like, bro, what? You're really about to sit there and blame someone else rather than your own party that's acting like this towards you? Come on now. Make it make sense.
To use an analogy, it would be like trying to stuff thousands of Agelenok nuts into a small water skin without it bursting. Sorry again with the Agelenok nuts, I know.
It's fine. We're getting to that part of the story anyway.
True. Well, just as I was on the verge of madness, a single phrase broke through the storm of thoughts in my head. It was a man's voice saying, "Don't eat Agelenok nuts."
What?
Oh, did y'all see that just now? You saw that little blip on the screen with the question mark? That is a prime example of Genshin Impact evolving their storytelling method, right? But I never see people talk about this. People keep saying that Genshin Impact storytelling is still bad, yet we have gotten an evolution of it with the things they've added over the years. For example, 2D artwork being placed in the game in certain story sections, mind you, that was never a thing back during version 1 and 2, I believe, of the game. It wasn't until version 3 did we start getting that. Right? Then, what happened during the Natlan era, right? We started getting these little emotes slapped on the screen of showing characters' expressions, being like confused or surprised, or even like the heart symbols, being like, oh man, I've been heartbroken, or man, that hurt my heart, or that hurt my feelings, whatever. Oh, I feel joyous. There's even certain character animations that I noticed were new back during Fontaine, I believe, or the latter end of Sumeru, and I was like, wait, that's a new animation. I've never seen that before. But nobody actually talks about these things, and they say Genshin Impact hasn't evolved its storytelling or hasn't added new animations and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, are y'all sure? Because I'm paying close attention and I'm seeing the things y'all saying aren't there. They started that in 5.0. Oh yeah, that was when they started doing emotes. Thank you. But you get the point I'm making, right? Hopefully.
I know it's hard to believe, but that's what happened. I was saved by the phrase,
Not
"Don't
a copy
eat
that from
agile
Metal Gear.
nuts." I'm not sure. I'm not even certain it was a man's voice. It's hard to remember now that I've been repeating it so much myself. Anyway, the good news is I no longer feel like my head is going to explode. Of course, the bad news is that phrase has been stuck in my head for the past few days.
Wow. But doesn't it have the opposite effect? Like, the more you say don't eat it, the more you want to eat it?
Nobody talking about Yehoda animations also. I've seen some people talk about it. Right? But like, even when people who are saying that, oh, I criticize Genshin because I want betterment for the game, even when they talk about it, they be like, oh, it was cool, and then they kind of like hand brush it off. And it's like, y'all been yapping for the longest about how character animations for facial animations be lazy and they don't do much or they don't change, which that's not true because they change facial expression all the damn time. But it's like the thing you've been complaining about, they're fixing, they're handling, they're doing better with. Why aren't we expressing some more joy? Granted, I can understand, like, there's things Genshin Impact has still yet to do that people want them to do, and they haven't done it yet. Like, for example, make limited time event stories fucking permanent in this damn game. I don't understand why they haven't made it permanent. This is good content, for crying out loud. I hate the fact that people are playing on two different timelines. You either played these events since A1, day one, or you didn't.
Yes, that's exactly right. Whoever the voice belongs to, I don't know what his deal is with those nuts.
Well, the world's a big place. There's bound to be people who don't like sweet stuff.
I suppose. Strangely enough, I'm starting to think the voice belonged not to a man, but a cat.
A cat? How?
That's the question, isn't it? What would a cat be doing in an abandoned ruin like that? Just as my mind was reaching its breaking point, I could have sworn I heard the sound of a cat guiding me to exit. But when I came to, all I saw was endless desert, and Sethos shaking me in a desperate attempt to wake me up.
I'll admit, it was pretty terrifying seeing you like that. Staring off into space and mumbling about Aji nuts.
You sure don't sound terrified.
Sorry. It's not that I don't care. It's just kind of hard for rambling about Aji nuts to sound menacing.
I'm not gonna lie. I could have sworn I recognized this English voice actor for Sethos, like last year. Or the year before last year, technically. I can't remember where I've heard his voice from, but he sounds recognizable to me. which is one of the things I love about English voice acting, is when I recognize these voices. I can't do the same thing for JP voice acting. I'm sorry. Granted, if y'all want to hear my personal take about Japanese voice acting versus English voice acting, y'all can go ahead and say, yeah, let me hear it. I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all might not like it.
Now, what Layla was saying, on the other hand, that is much creepier. Exactly. The unknown is what breeds fear. Agile knocknuts are familiar. But the moon suspended above us at night? That's about as foreign as it gets.
Well, we don't know that for sure. There could be a whole other world inside an Agilenak nut, with a moon of its own.
Oh my goodness gracious. These niggas are sitting here unknowingly having a conversation about the damn world structure of their freaking planet right now. And they are none the wiser. Is that not crazy to witness on screen? Nigga talking about something. There could be a whole world inside of this nut. Excuse the language. With a moon of its own. If only these niggas knew. If only. Would they realize, oh my god, that's what's really happening right now. It's kind of crazy. It's like they're so close to the truth, but yet they're so far from it. These nuts, oh my goodness, y'all niggas are childish. For me, Madara Uchiha JP voice was the best. Itachi Chu. Sorry, DJ King, but I gotta slap both of your whole JP comment, slapping it to the floor. I disagree. English dub for Naruto was gas. Madara, Itachi, Sasuke, Obito, the list goes on. These niggas were phenomenal in that English dub. This is my hard take stance on JP voice acting. Y'all gonna hear it right now, especially y'all new peoples. Y'all ain't heard me say this. I've been saying this for like since last year. The JP voice acting is only good when it gets to the emotional moments. Or the action-packed moments. Or even like the sentimental moments, right? Outside of that, it's whatever. Granted, the same thing goes for English dub voice acting. Same thing. But like, when people gas JP voice acting, I'm like, yeah, it sounds good. I ain't gonna lie. But like, I can't truly criticize it or truly give it the much praise that I want to give it, because I don't understand the language. The only thing I can go is based off tone. Right? I can't base it off, oh, the words of XYZ. Well, I will say this, actually. What did I just got done watching? I just got done watching something where I think it may have been the Japanese version of this episode from My Hero Academia, the final season. No. This is what it was. Hold up. This is what it was. Here's my example. I was watching a couple react to My Hero Academia season 1, right? They were watching season 1, the entirety of season 1. There was the episode with Bakugo having his whole character moment of realization after the whole clash he had with Deku for the first time, with the whole training simulation of one being villains, one being heroes, whatever bullshit, right? There's a whole section of lines in JP where it was like, it was touching on his character, but like, I was listening also to the English version of it and listening to the lines that was said in that, and I was like, the English is giving more depth with these lines that they're giving versus the JP. Granted, it's more so the subtitles rather than the voice acting. But if I am to assume that the subtitles are as accurate to the voice acting as possible, right? If it's as one-to-one as possible, then I stand on my position of the English dub and the lines that they had gave more depth to what was happening in that moment. It wasn't, because like, I'm not gonna lie, the subtitles, they were like mad vague. They were touching on it, but not really. While the English dub was like, oh, they were really digging deep in it. And I was like, man, I'm enjoying this one more. Granted, that's just my 2 cents. Let me read. I know I missed something else. I was like, reminds me of the Chop Shop commercial where that guy said, "He's you are going to love." And I just tried to tell that you are inside the simulation when you are inside of. So his nuts soon. I can't able to identify who is voice acting anyway. To me, everyone's To me, very one sounds same. Yeah, I watch it in English, same Demon Slayer, but I can't wait. I gotta keep up with JP of both. I'm currently rewatching both season 2. Oh, I feel that, and it really sucks. I really do hope, cause like, what was it? I think it was the, like, for example, the English dub for Dan. Whoever's watched Dan, you are cultured. Dan, when it came down to his English dub, they were releasing it right beside the JP, like one after the other, right? So it didn't feel like, man, I have to watch this to be caught up with the show, right? And I like that, and I don't understand why they don't do that for every freaking show that comes out. If JP is already ready to roll, why isn't E in? Like, shouldn't these niggas already have been on it before the show even released?
Huh. I guess.
Azulay knocknuts are not to be underestimated.
Right, yeah, of course. Won't catch me disparaging the mighty Azulay knocknut. No, sir.
Huh. So, a similar thing happened to Layla then?
Yeah, I think so. I was in a hurry to rescue Jur, so I put a marker on the incident site so we could go back and investigate. When his condition stabilized, we doubled back around to check and... Exactly. Multiple victims with the same symptoms at the same location. It wasn't hard to conclude that something is seriously wrong with that place.
Well, I will say this as well. I'm gonna say two things. First thing is this. I can't wait for the day that Genshin introduces a damn skip button. Not because I get bored of the story or whatever, but because people who want to skip the story and have the ability to skip the story, I'll be happy for them, but simultaneously, I will enjoy seeing these people try to give their critiques of the story, only for their critiques to be BS because they've been skipping around the story. And then saying, oh, the storytelling was bad. Oh, the story was bad. Oh, this was written poorly. That's what I personally want. Even though it sounds psychotic to sit there and be like, man, that's the only reason you want skip button. I will say yes. Because some of these criticisms out here be BS. Let's be for real. That's already happening. I mean, we saw that happen with freaking Woo-Wah when it came down to the Homeboys 7 out of 10 thing. It's like, bro, if you were skipping around it and you didn't understand it, then yeah, that's kind of on you. Can't really blame the story for that. But like, if it was boring, then yeah, sure, you have every right to skip it, right? We're gonna skip a bunch of and say about none of this makes sense. LOL. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Okay, first it was the skip button. Crap, it was on the tip of my tongue about what else I wanted to say. Hold up, it'll probably come back to me as I continue. Hold up.
So, after we got Layla out of there, they had the Temple of Silence put up a warning sign at the scene and send patrols to watch the area. Speaking of, Sino, Tainari, and I are going to head back there and investigate once Layla is stable. So, as per usual, you're here just in time. That's for sure. But there's another reason I want Sino and Tainari involved in this.
First was when I remembered I was gonna ask y'all for your takes about something, but I can't remember what exactly I was gonna ask about. It's coming back to me. I just gotta give it a second.
The story doesn't end there, right, Jer?
About what?
Oh yes, where was I? The Azulay knocknuts butted in, and I. Right. Yes, the cat. As I followed the cat noises, the voice said something else. So, there are those from Tula who still endure. I thought that was strange, of course, because, well, was the voice referring to me? Records of my ancestry are rather sparse, so I'm not sure if my bloodline even traces back to that place.
He said she talked to Flowery, so he had to be like, what did he mean by it? Like, if Onova is touching you up and saying, I have a boyfriend, so don't touch me too. Oh, granted, this is probably not the two things I wanted to mention earlier. but something new. Hopefully it'll come back to me later. Yeah, but like, I'm gonna say this. Don't y'all find it pretty crazy how when Lucia and Yitari was drip marketed, right? For version 2.3 and 2.4, well, 2.3 in particular, right? Don't y'all find it crazy that Saint Tontas and I would argue a section of the Wuwa community, the bots, we're over here talking about some look at y'all game drip marketing characters who haven't appeared in the story yet and making them 5-star characters. When that happened, I was like, y'all niggas are the last people to be talking. Tell me when in the hell did Lupa appear in the story before her drip marketing? I'll wait. Oh, that's right, she didn't. What about Furlova? Okay, actually, we can't use Furlova because Furlova was in the game way before that. So we excuse Furlova. What about Augusta? What about Yuno? And so on. Wandering Swordsman as well. It's like, man. Fun because there's this event before they are officially released.
That's right. The Temple of Silence's place of origin. And the home of Tainari's people. Plus, Harmonubis, who Sino and I both share a connection to, was one of the city's founders. As the temple's current leader, if something strange happens in the desert, it's my job to get to the bottom of it. But it turns out, a lot of people have a horse in this race, and I'm not leaving any of them out. See? Knew you'd join. But yeah, that's all we know about Jer's situation. Tainari should be done on his end. Let's head back and check on Miss Layla.
I love Skirk's design. I ain't gonna lie, twin. Skirk got been one of my favorite designs in the whole game. I just love this beautiful, elegant dress that's also apparently a freaking super suit.
Extinguished.
She just looks gorgeous. I'm like, oh my gosh. Beauty, truly. Especially the cake factory she got going on. Woo! Amen. Anywho. Also, make sure you hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate it. Anyway, let's continue. I know I've been talking this entire time, but it was like this is the most active my chat has been in like a lengthy while.
How are you feeling? But don't speak if it's too taxing.
It's fine. I'm much better now, thanks. I feel like I haven't slept in 2 days, so pretty much back to normal.
Girl, I relate. Not getting good sleep at night freaking sucks. Good sleep feels like heaven on earth. I promise y'all. I'll say this right now. The last 2 nights that passed, or since last week till now, the amount of times where I would have gone to sleep, because since I stream at night or whatever, late at night for like about 2 hours, my sleep schedule get a little effed up. But when I don't stream, like for example, last night, I was on Helldivers with the homies, Joshua and Azoff, homie from the Discord / dude I went to school with. We over here playing Helldivers. I joined in because they over here collecting freaking super credits. I joined them. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of dozed off in the latter end of it because they were just collecting super credits, and I was just like, all right, cool. I'm over here dozing off, my gun aimed at the sky where I got robots walking up in front of me. But anyway, I called. I was like, all right, I'll chat with y'all later. Exit the game, bro. The moment I exit the game, it is going on what, 12 going on 1 o'clock, 12:30 going on 1. Bruh, the moment I hopped off the game and laid down, I was out like a light. I ain't wait back up till freaking 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, man, that was some good sleep. So I feel this girl. Sleep is a godsend. You need it. Get your sleep in, people.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's your normal?
Traveler, Paimon, I thought I heard your voices earlier.
I'm not gonna lie, people really had an issue with Layla's voice acting in the beginning when she first came out. Because she had this, that's how her voice was like originally. Some, like, I know Imtash, he was like, bro, the strain that he feels on his voice that she gives is horrible. And speaking of Imtash, bro, I think him leaving the gacha space has been a net positive on his mental health as a whole. Genuinely. He got himself in unnecessary drama that he didn't need to get into, and so on. Or he was getting tired of like how HSR was going, or he didn't like how Gacha was, and it was like, man, him being gone for like the last 2 years, technically, out of the Gacha space, it's been a good thing for him. He got out of the trap. He got out of it. Right. Because it's like when you go back and go back to check his channel out. Yeah, he probably not doing as good as views as he would if he was playing a gacha game, right? But it's just like it's better this way, and it's always nice to see him pop up every now and again, ever since his departure. And another content creator that I just remembered that also made her departure that I haven't seen any content from her recently is crap, what is her name? Homegirl was like tight with Tectone, but she said she was done doing content creation because she went to go get her law degree. What the F was her name? Crap. For the life of me, her name is losing me. Y'all should know who I'm talking about. That's if y'all was there when all that stuff was going down. What the freak was her name? Hex Juice? Oh, there we go. Thank you so much. Yes, Hex Juice. Whew. Yeah. She made her departure and whatever. Which is like, yeah, it was the betterment for her too. Because it's like, yeah, you don't need this online gacha tribalism stuff 24/7. Unless you want to feed into it like freaking St. Tontas. And I guess I kind of feed into it too with my reactions. But like, I think mine is justified. But it's like, man, just plugging out is just good for you, right? It's better for these people.
Oh, and, I'm sorry.
Huh? You don't have to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I just mean, I think I'm about to disappoint you.
Okay, that's kind of true, Jesus. I won't even lie. But like, can you blame me though? When stupid people say stupid things, you cannot help but react to it. Genuinely. Saint Tontas, prime example. I'll say this about Saint Tontas. He good at making rage bait content. That's for damn sure. And I fall for it. But I ain't gonna stop me from calling out nonsense when I see it. And like I want to react to content that's like valid content, right? That's like, oh, this is a valid criticism to give, or this is a valid take to have. Which I put some of those type of videos on my playlist to react to. I just haven't reacted to them yet because I got a lengthy ass playlist.
My head was kind of muddled earlier, but I still heard your conversation. I know you're trying to figure out what happened to me, and I want to help. But, I really don't remember anything.
Does your head still hurt?
No, I feel fine. The incense you made helped a lot. I'm still hearing those words in my head, but other than that, I'm okay. It's just, all I remember are those words. Everything else
Is a total blank.
Sound like you got your memory psyched out.
One moment I was heading to the stargazing point I'd calculated, and the next, I was on my back in the sand. The same phrase playing over and over again in my mind. How many moons are there in the sky?
Sethos, did your friend Jur suffer from memory loss too?
Not really. His memories are blurry, but there aren't huge gaps like this. He remembers touching something. Someone talking, a voice mentioning Tuletula, and hearing a cat lead him to the exit.
A cat.
Did you hear it too?
Huh? Now that you mention it, I think so. It was so soft. I thought I was imagining things.
Which means, at the very least, what the two of you experienced while escaping the ruin is consistent. A single sentence repeating in your heads, and the faint sound of a cat.
Still not a lot to go off of.
Agreed.
Oh, is your head hurting again, Layla? No, I was just thinking. Maybe my memories are blank because I was sleepwalking at the time. Sometimes, my friends and classmates tell me about things I don't remember doing, or places I don't remember going.
Quick question for everybody who's watching the content right now. Have y'all ever experienced sleepwalking before? I have, multiple times. But not sleepwalking at home. Not like, oh, I rose from my bed like I'm possessed by a ghost. Like, no. That has yet to happen to me ever in my life. But the type of sleepwalking of what I've experienced is I'm tired and exhausted at work because I didn't get no good sleep. Close my eyes, my body move on command, autopilot. I'm at a whole workstation that I was like, this was where I was trying to get to after I came back from my lunch break, but I didn't even pay attention to it because I was asleep. Oh, damn, I made it over here. Crazy. Yes, at least 3 times. Damn. Granted, my most famous sleepwalking moment will forever be when I was working at Amazon for those 3 months. It was terrible. But I needed to do it for the money on. A few times, yes, but I would usually wake up in another part of my house, at least when I was younger, and a few times as a teenager. Oh, damn. So you had the rolls from my bed, like possessed by a demon type sleepwalking. That's what that is. Oh, that's crazy. Which is weird. Weird to me is that it happens to me every 10 years. It happens to you every 10 years? Bro, what? That sounds like you're being possessed. Granted, this is probably just a bodily function, but every 10 years is crazy. First time I was 7, second time 17, third time when I was 27. Okay, yeah, you're most definitely possessed by something. No way this happens consistently over the course of 3 decades. Every 10 years, you sleepwalking. This cannot be a coincidence. I refuse to believe it. Okay, that sounds freaking wild to me.
I don't talk about it a lot because, well, I don't even know how it happened. But I don't want my personal circumstances clouding your judgment.
The most sleepwalking thing I've done at my job was freaking walk around a whole work area. I think I walked around the shelf. I was walking for it, closed my eyes, I got around the shelf. Opened my eyes back up, I was like, bruh, did I really just sleepwalk over here? Granted, this was working at Amazon. And working at Amazon, oh my lord, I'm so glad I don't work there no more. I'm just so glad. Granted, that was back in 2023 when I was working at Amazon for 3 months. But like, bruh, it was terrible.
So, I, just wanted to mention that.
I was about to say something else too, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, another thing. Going to the bathroom working at Amazon also freaking sucks. You can't even have a 5-minute bathroom break. The most you get is one. If you need to sit on that toilet and let it out, you can't even do that.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for telling us.
She's likely
But
connected to
I
the
don't
frost
think we
moon,
need to
more
dwell
than
on
likely.
that for now. We're gonna check out the site of the incident for ourselves, so that should help us come to our own conclusions.
Imagine is Leia is part Fae. Now that'll be interesting. But the thing is, based off of the design of what's his face, Flynn's, she has elf ears. He doesn't. So maybe not. Possibly, maybe just the females of that, species probably have long ears. But then again, we know elves exist because freaking Venti referred to Alice and Clea as elves.
Okay.
Oh, autoplay not on.
Then, could I come too? Oh, I have to know what happened to me back there.
Sure, but on one condition. You need to be in tip-top shape before we head out. If your condition isn't stable enough before then, we'll have to figure out something else.
Of course. No problem.
Well, I'm more concerned about Tainari. You sure you'll be alright in the desert?
You say that like I'll evaporate on first contact with sand or something.
Because you will. We had a whole limited time event where you couldn't even be in the desert for long because you didn't properly prepare yourself. Homeboy was cooked and laid out, just sitting in the corner of sand, being like, bruh, I can't make it. What are you talking about? Anyway, let me read. Wait, what? I need 10 minutes to sit down and make sure all come out. Well, Layla is a pure Fae, but Layla could be part Fae. True. But yes, what I'm saying about Amazon is so true. Which is why when you hear people talking about something, oh, you gotta piss in a freaking water bottle, it's more than likely true.
Call it curiosity. If this concerns my ancestors, I want to figure out what's going on. Anyway, as long as I take things slow when the sun's out, I should be fine with the right preparation. Besides, it's a good idea to have a doctor on hand in case of emergencies.
So long as our doctor doesn't become the emergency.
Well, if that happens, I suppose I'll just have to rely on the kindness of my entourage to haul me back home.
All right, well, that all sounds good to me. Let's meet in 2 days like we agreed.
It's the same for Nouvellette.
Jer and I are gonna head back to the Temple of Silence to do some research in the meantime. See you in a couple days.
I'm not gonna lie, Nouvellette, I fully imagine Nouvellette freaking drowning the entirety of Sumeru. There's no way he can't do it. Homeboy is in full dragon mode. There is no way he can't drown the entirety of the desert. I refuse to believe otherwise. Homeboy at max power. There's no way he can't do it. That was, oh man, the hot air. Man, it's hot out here. What a water at. Twin, make water. You can do it. Oh man. Hold on, let me read. Her bro was dying, not in my disabled dude. As a person who lives in the desert, I am like weak waiting for rainforest, bro. Have you seen what he said when he's in the desert? Yeah, I see what he said when he was in the desert. It's just like, bruh, there's no way you dying out here. It's just wait, hold on. Blastoise? For real, no. That must
Sounds
be a
good.
Pokemon reference that I don't understand because I don't watch Pokemon like that. Which is a real damn shame because I really think Pokemon has really good anime. Granted, I'm not going back to rewatch OG Pokemon. I'm gonna say that
What
right now.
about you, Layla? If you feel like you need more rest, I can arrange a room for you to stay in.
At best, I will watch Pokemon when it came down to his second batch of friends he had after the first batch. At best. And I don't even know what point in the story that was even called. I just know there was a whole new group of niggas with him after his after Brock and Homegirl were gone. Or at least one of them.
No need. I've asked enough of you as it is.
Max and May? Yes, I think that was the second group of his friends. Yeah, it's Pokemon because my friends are Pokemon old heads.
Besides, I feel a lot better. I should make it back to my dorm, no problem. You sure? Don't push it too hard, or you might end up sleepwalking along the way. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
I like the way they went about Layla's sleepwalking thing, because it's kind of like Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, but the difference is she actually has another living entity in her body doing stuff with her body.
I have other things I need to do anyway, like letting my advisor and classmates know that I'm fine, adjusting my stargazing schedule, things like that.
The most, I'm gonna say this right now, the most consistently that I watched Pokemon content was when I think it was, what you call it? It's the most recent Pokemon series, not the new one where they replaced the main character. Bump all that. I watched that when I feel comfortable. Can't believe they freaking replaced the OG. Ain't that wild? Anyway, but what was it? Sun and Moon? No, not that. No, I think it was Sun and Moon, where Homeboy was on the islands for like 2 seasons, right, and became world champ. Like that, I did watch consistently because it was playing on Disney XD at the time, and it was playing alongside Beyblade Burst, which I really got into Beyblade Burst because, you know, I'm a Beyblade Metal Saga fan more than a more than a Burst fan. I wasn't messing with Burst until I really got into it. I was like, you know what, this is cooking. Like, that's the most Pokemon content I watched. And then I watched, what was it? Pokemon Legends? I forgot, what did they call it before Ash was replaced as the main character? Pokemon something. It was Legends, I believe. It had to be something. It was something along the lines. Legends or Heroes or whatever crap. Right? I did watch that as well, consistently. Until I stopped watching it because I didn't get bored of it. It's just like, bro, other shows were happening and I was like, oh, look, let me watch that. Let me watch this. Let me watch that. I got a whole bunch of shows that I have not finished watching because of that. Let me read. I mean, stuff. Oh, was that Thunder and Ash turned to ashes? Last time was when he was in Galago, I believe. I dropped Pokemon after like 2016.
If I don't get it all done, I doubt I'll be able to sit still, let alone stay here and get some rest.
I'm not so sure that's...
You know what? I'll make sure she gets back. Wow, the main character interjecting himself, being consistent, being a main character, or protagonist rather. I gotta react to that Glaive Keo video about why the Traveler is not the main character of Genshin and why they're a terribly written main character. I gotta react to that video. The only reason I've been holding off reacting to that video is because I want to make sure I have my correct clips or whatever before I react to that video.
Ah, a much better idea. Thank you, Traveler.
Speaking of which...
Of course, if anything starts to feel off, come back for a checkup right away.
You'd better listen to him, Layla.
I'm gonna wait. Hold
Or
on.
he'll feed you tasteless slop as a punishment.
Punishment? You're the one who caught a cold. You're supposed to eat light when that happens. Besides, with your nose stuffed up like that, you couldn't taste anything to begin with.
I didn't know you're supposed to eat light when you're sick with a cold. I didn't know that. I be eating mad heavy. Granted, I eat ramen when I'm sick like that.
Huh. Is that so? And here I thought it was an intestinal issue.
Oh my lord, nigga. Shut up, Sino. I'm tired of this. I swear, this man's dad jokes is crazy. It'd be some of the most cornball stuff ever. Oh, my goodness gracious, my goodness gracious. It's like, I couldn't imagine having a friend like this. I don't know how Tainari do it. Homeboy making corny dad jokes any chance he gets. And people just let him slide with it. They need to add a friend to this group that just roasts the other friend. Just clown them on their fit. Clown them on their behavior. We need that. Can y'all agree? Do we need that? Because I think we need that. We need a character like that to be introduced into this friend group. The closest thing I can think of is Scaramouche. But I feel like we need someone new and fresh.
Should have seen that coming. You're off the clock, so now it's time for puns, huh?
What's worse is the sign of VA exactly the same way.
This again?
I know. That nigga Alejandro Saab be making some corny dad jokes too. I swear. Also, Alejandro Saab is such a good voice actor. The amount of things I realized he voice acted in, I was like, bro, that's crazy. Mind you, I was watching his content before he started doing this whole VTuber thing. Which is kind of weird, because, like, why are you now trying to hide your face? It's like, people know what you look like. Granted, I guess new people don't know how you look like.
Don't worry, Paimon. I understand. If you want me to stop, then...
Then?
You'll have to call a plumber. Tell them someone's gotta pipe down.
Not the Traveler getting excited by this pun. This is the first time the Traveler has had such a reaction to any of these niggas' puns. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't tell me this is a green light pun. That this was the best one he's ever said. Are you serious? Granted, I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty tough pun. I respect it. Right? Like, it was good. I ain't gonna say that like it wasn't a good pun. This was a good one. The last one was trash. This one was better. You have to call a plumber, tell them someone's got a pipe down. This was actually really good. I'm over here chuckling about it.
This is getting more insufferable by the second. Put a sock in it already, please.
Got it. Paimon one sockin' coming right up. No. Not this nigga Traveler being corny too. Oh my gosh. Bro, I've seen corny behavior from Genshin's main character, from Star Rail's main character especially, and Zenless on Zero's main character. I've seen corny behavior across all three. This is shameful. These niggas corny, bro. Oh man. What he about to do to Paimon?
Paimon's done with this game.
Oh, this was a really cute moment.
You win, okay? Let's just get out of here. Please.
Okay, bye everyone. I'll keep letting us say. And Paimon mentally sound. I can't believe he really made Paimon fold like this. But there's another feeling I'm having right now. Is that I feel a little sad for Paimon because it's clear as day that she has become really uncomfortable. And it doesn't seem like the Traveler has kind of realized it.
All right, you stay safe. I'll try to stay sane.
I mean, like, he realized enough to back off, right? But, like, I'm saying, like, in the moment, it looked like she was really, really uncomfortable. Which is like, man, I feel a little bad for my life.
It seems your jokes have improved with practice, Traveler.
Happy about that?
Absolutely. Finally, someone to share the load.
Oh my god.
You know what? Akale's helping out the academia, but I haven't had the chance to check on her. Why don't you do me a favor and go do that?
Hold on. I thought you were having me over for dinner.
This nigga thought so probably someone to share the load is freaking crazy. Bruh. Goodness gracious. This nigga signed on a cornball. It is so good to see. When people sit here and try to tell me that Genshin Impact is such a trash game, got terrible characters, terrible writing, and all this stuff, and I'm over here looking at Sino crack dad jokes, and they're freaking diabolically funny. Not every last one of them is funny, but like he got some golden nuggets among them, some diamonds in the rough, if you will. Like most of the jokes he makes, I couldn't even think of on the fly. Wait, where are we going? Oh, we're going right here. It's like, man. Oh, allow me to say this. Y'all know how, because both Glaive Kyo and the Nigerian Perspective made a video about comparing Wuthering Wave's main character to Genshin's main character, right? They both used the argument of the main character for Genshin is incompetent versus Wuwa's main character that is competent. I find that very interesting, especially with the version 2.7 story for Wuthering Waves, where the main character had to get his ass saved multiple times, despite the fact said main character has the ability to stop time. That is no small feat. And on top of that, I was told by someone in the comment section a couple months back, related to this very topic, saying that since the rover has the ability to stop time, that makes them a fourth dimensional being. Therefore, they can beat any Archon and even the dragons in Genshin Impact's world. Let that sink in. How can a character who has the ability to stop time, but yet doesn't use it in the most contrived way possible, to be like, oh, I tripped and fell into the black sludge, but like I didn't use my time stopping ability, or better yet, I didn't use my agility to hop from rock to get out of this situation, something we've seen the Traveler do multiple times in this game. Make it make sense. How can your character be so powerful yet fumble the bag so hard?
Merciless.
Someone got to make that make sense to me. The rover gets glazed by off-screen stuff that happened in the past. Traveler, we experienced all his feats he did. That's so true. Like, they really wanted people to be like, oh man, the rover, the coolest guy on the block, because he helped build this civilization, or yeah, oh, he's the arbiter of these godlike beings. And it's like, okay, that's cool and all, but like,
Moons.
bruh.
As you Lenok nuts. Moons as you Lenok nuts. Are the moons going nuts?
Paimon, please, enough repeating.
Oh no! Looks like Paimon's caught the brain bug too! She can't stop thinking about those two things! Oh, Paimon's gotta clear her head. But how?
I can't wait for them to reveal that Paimon is either a moon sister or something akin to that. They got to. They have to. Paimon was the only person who sat here and opened her mouth in that moon marrow domain when that nigga Arlecchino told her, do not speak to any voice you hear. Don't respond to it. And she was the only one who responded. And then start flip-flapping her gums. And then that damn thing started saying a name or whatever. Right? And it's like, bruh.
Aha! Got it! The cafe over there! Why don't we head over for a quick pick-me-up?
Something up with Layla. Also, let me read. We didn't experience any of it. Trust me, bro. Rover was the shit in the past. If only you were there, bro. That's basically what his lore is. Which still makes me confused on how exactly are they going to move the story forward for Wuthering Waves. What exactly are we doing at this point? Right? Because I feel like every personal information related to the rover has been answered, except for these new questions that have been risen. But these are questions that have been speculated already. But it's like the only new information that we could possibly learn is why was Ambi's name spoken by the Thronodian and whatnot, and whatever that whole deal is, right? I feel like that's the most new and important thing to care about when it comes down to the main story for Wuthering Waves, honestly, at this point in time. Anything else is just like whatever, at least to me personally.
Sorry. I feel kinda tired all of a sudden. Wait! Is it because of all Paimon's muttering just now? Oh, sorry. The coffee will be Paimon's treat, okay?
Possibly. He could be the leader. And only Rover ever saying no one else did. I had a train of thought. It ain't going nowhere. Hold up.
Hey! You make it sound like Paimon's stingy or something. Well, she'll just have to show you her true colors. Yeah, starting now. You sit tight and take care of Layla, Traveler. Paimon's gonna get us some snacks and coffee.
Let me show you my true colors. I got a sneaking suspicion this line is gonna come back to bite us in the ass in the future. Genuinely. I genuinely believe it, because every word that's said in this game, I have to speculate hardcore about it. Be like, what you mean by that? Huh? You said what?
Be right back. Don't go anywhere in the meantime.
Also, I guess everybody who's watching the stream right now, I'll ask y'all this as well. Who would you prefer? Paimon or Ambi? Granted, I made my statement clear a year ago. But I would like to hear y'all's. And you can give your reasoning and your rating out of 10.
She's pushing herself again as always.
Other Layla, I presume.
Saw right through me, huh? I apologize for the sudden emergence, but I didn't have any other options.
It's fine.
Well, that's true. So, for our sake and your safety, allow me to fill in the gaps in her memory.
I knew it. You were in control when it happened.
That's right. Layla was already in bad shape, stressing about her new study topic, focusing on the stars instead of her surroundings.
Also, my bad. Yeah, I've been saying Abby's name wrong. I've been saying Anby instead of Abby. That's my fault.
By the time she realized the danger she was in, it was too late.
Oh. There we go. Exactly what I'm talking about. 2D artwork that look like 3D. I'm not gonna lie. I love that they have these. Actually, I want them to use this more. Okay, something fell. Wait, are they telling us the story of all this is happening right here with these images? If so, this is tough. I respect it.
Quicksand near the ideal viewing spot? Wasn't expecting that. Looks like Layla's been under a lot of pressure lately. She hasn't been paying attention to her surroundings.
Ooh, lore.
But why would quicksand lead to a place like this?
I'm gonna say this as well. In my honest God opinion, Wuwa's lore is just not as enticing to me in comparison to Zenless's lore, Star Rail's lore, and even Genshin's lore. It's just not as enticing to me. I don't know why that is. The only thing that makes sense to me for why that is because it just feels lackluster. It feels like they didn't really put a lot of oomph into it, right? To give me like this feeling to care about it as much, right? Because there's so much lore videos that people have made about Genshin Impact, Star Rail, and Zenless in compare. Well, Zenless don't got as much as Star Rail and Genshin, right? But I've come across some, and also Jesus has come across some. But like, Wuwa. There's something weird about Wuwa when it comes down to their lore. They're just like it doesn't give me time to speculate. Right? They don't let it sit and simmer that you can be like, okay, let me get a taste of this, boom, and then put it in the fridge, wait about a year or two before I pull it back out and be like, okay, hold up, let's come back and reevaluate this meal we cooked. And be like, hold up, let's change this ingredients up a little bit with this new stuff that we found out, right? It doesn't feel like that when I play Wuwa and like get its lore, right? It just doesn't feel like that. Don't get me started on this whole freaking chaos realm that they made up in version 2.6. That whole thing was stupid. In my honest God opinion, freaking Genshin Impact's Irminsul tree is just a better version of what they tried to do. Blatantly, they tried to do this whole time travel, time-wimey, stitch someone's consciousness back together nonsense, and just like, man, y'all should have put some more effort into this.
Well, all in all, looks like a common desert ruin. Guess there's nothing to do but try to find a way out.
Alright, so I guess I should read our comments right now. Hold up. Paimon, because she feels way too important, but I do not want her to be the voice of Traveler, which has changed a lot. This must be bias on my part. Like a lack of purpose. I'd say Abby, because I tired of Paimon surprised of every little thing that she shouldn't be surprised about. Well, it does have purpose, but it doesn't feel attached. That's true. Paimon is a character with a story from day one. People were calling in the unknown goddess, but after the video on the shades, Paimon looking more like Asmodee more than ever. That is true. Granted, I'm gonna throw a bone and be like, probably Paimon is either A, Moon Sister, or B, she's probably the voice. My bad, I'm over here messing with my freaking volume for my headphones. That's my fault. Like I was saying, she's either A, a shade or a Moon Sister, or B, she is the Voyager from Skirk's artifact set description. Which, if she is that would be pretty tough.
Oh, Layla, what have you gotten yourself into this time?
I would agree that it's a lot to take in, but I think it's a lot to take in if you weren't slowly introduced to the information related to it, piece by piece, right? And I think that's what Genshin succeeded in doing when it comes down to lore and concepts, especially if you take in consideration about how main story content will like end around like version 0.2 of the year of the game at that point in time, or at whatever point in time, right? And then we have filler patches, quote unquote, and it gives us lore that lets it sit, let it cook, let it simmer, and then we'll come back to it probably a year from now or a couple patches from now, right? And that's what I loved about it, because it gave Genshin Impact, Starra, and Zenless, they gave room for their stuff to cook and simmer, whereas Wuwa just feels like, man, they're just throwing stuff at you back to back. There's no time to cook and simmer because we're just focused on driving the main story forward all the time, which that's not a bad thing, but it's a bad thing when you don't let things cook and simmer, which there's a lot of concepts in Wuthering Waves that they introduced in the main story that they could have just let cook and simmer, like the whole Chaos Realm concept that they introduced in 2.6 out of the blue. They could have let that cook and simmer if they had a filler patch or two to allow that to cook and simmer, to explore and expand such a concept, then come back to it in version 2.6 with Luna. That's what they should have did, but they didn't. Don't forget the mezzanine. They did say Paimon has a string that leads to the sky. That's true.
So many papers. Why?
The shade because when Bo was in the subspace. There. Maybe. Granted, potentially, like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, which more than likely, anyone who's played Genshin Impact and, like, circles the internet about Genshin Impact should have already seen it at this point. But, like, that whole image or that YouTube video showing Paimon having the eyes of the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles and looking at, I guess, either another character or the Traveler having that whole shush face and looking absolutely diabolical. I'm not gonna lie, if it does turn out that Paimon has been an opposition this whole time, just playing games, acting stupid just for the sake of it.
This door can be opened using the device next to it. just like I thought.
Ooh, I guess I'll yap my head off about this. Uh-oh.
What was that? My head. It hurts. Is Layla waking up? No, that's not it.
Ah, this info, and this is good storytelling as well. This is what I was about to say. Knowing the grander lore of Genshin Impact about the whole heavenly principles creating a barrier to keep people inside of Teyvat and keep things outside of Teyvat after they took it from the dragons, I'm not gonna lie. After playing the Amphoria story and finishing the final act with Iron Tomb and whatnot, it is so...
What's going on? It's
Oh, what was that?
too much.
Building structure. Oh, that's the map layout.
I don't understand.
Oh, it's getting intense. But anyway, after playing through all that, yeah, more than likely, yeah, it makes 100% sense why there's a barrier, a firmament around the planet. It just makes sense. Iron Tomb, if he existed in freaking Genshin Impact, he would clap this planet and everything on it. They'd all be dead.
The ground is... Where am I? It's spinning.
Cutscene time?
How many moons are there in the sky? How many moons are there in the sky? Okay, information isn't rushing into my brain anymore. That's good. How many moons are there in the sky? My head hurts, but there are no more dark spots in my vision, and I can see in front of me. Still... How many moons are there in the sky? What's going on? The same thought keeps popping into my head. What does it mean? How many moons are there in the sky? Isn't there just one? A cat? I think there was one earlier, too.
I bet this cat is the embodiment or the divinity of one of King Deshret's servants or retainers that we learned about in Nefer's story quest. And it's looking mad
I'm
different
not
too.
hearing things. It really is a cat. But what is it doing here? How many moons are there? No! Stop it! Does it want me to follow its cries? Well, it's not like I've got other options. Come on, Layla. You can do this.
I got the sneaky suspicion that Layla's elemental skill basically reveals to us
My guiding stars!
what the firmament looks like around the planet. It's got all these stars in the sky that we know are fake because those are just like the Irminsul tree fruits. What do they call it? Stella Fortuna? That's what they call it, right? And then also very interesting that her elemental burst has a freaking moon globe with stars around it as well, which probably further proves my idea that Layla may be possessed by a moon sister and last for many fragments of whatever their consciousness was. Also hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate it. Thank you. What else can I yap my head off about? I'm just yapping for hours on end. Now I feel like I ain't got nothing to talk about.
And so, I followed the cat's cries to find my way out.
It's already dark outside, and Paimon ain't come back with that coffee or them candies. That girl ain't doing her job. Anyway, has anybody here ever watched Prison School before? Pretty sure that's what the anime is called, Prison School. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it. It is so good. The closest character I can think of in that whole show that's similar to Sino is the freaking principal. Or the chairman? I'm pretty sure he's the principal.
It was quite a kind creature. It didn't even leave until the other me started to wake up. Thinking back, it all started when I touched that device. I've heard fellow students talk about it before. How the desert is full of objects that do strange things.
I don't think I did. Bro, you ain't watch. Okay, if you don't remember if you watched Prison School or not, bro, we added it to the watch along when we have our watch along moments. We adding it. We watching Prison School together. It's only 12 episodes anyway.
Sometimes it's just a minor inconvenience, but other times devices like that can cause massive trouble. Ah, of course. I forgot how much adventuring experience you have. Still, carrying an umbrella doesn't mean you can't get soaked, so just be careful and stay away from unknown devices. No need to thank me. You and Layla are about to head into dangerous territory together. You need to be safe so she can be safe. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, and just in time. Your coffee's here.
Traveler? A little help over here?
Did I fall asleep?
Wow! Paimon didn't even know she had such an impressive skill. Does that mean since Paimon bought this coffee, it would just make you sleepier?
A beverage that puts people to sleep.
Not this nigga.
Better saved for work hours, I think.
Not these niggas. Oh my god.
So you can nap on the job? Who does that? Huh? Oh. Beep boop. Oops. Oh, hey them. Kave. Nice to see you. Oh, and you too, Marak.
It's been so long since we've seen these characters. Hello, everyone.
Sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. Miss Layla, you don't look so good. Is everything all right?
No.
Oh, I'm fine. I was sleeping just now, so I'm still a bit.
Ah, I see. And we woke you, didn't we? I'm sorry. We shouldn't have been so loud.
No, you didn't. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry.
What are you staring at?
Wait, where are you going? You just got here.
I'm going to do what I came here to do.
Which is?
Buy coffee beans.
Huh? You're going too? Marak! Fine. Run off with him. See if I care.
Oh my goodness, bro. The gay couple is acting crazy right now. Anyway, they clearly picked up on something, especially that damn little gadget.
Well, looks like I get you to myself.
I know you can stay over there by yourself. I don't need you over here.
It's been a while, hasn't it? How have you been? So, a busy life of adventuring for you, and a busy life of academics for Miss Layla, is that right? Oh, is something wrong? Ah, the desert's not always the friendliest place, that's for sure. And from the look on your faces, I'm guessing this problem's not resolved? Don't force yourself to talk about it, of course. But I've worked on several projects in the desert before, so if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
No, I don't have anything to hide. It's just complicated, so explaining might take time.
Ah, well, lucky for us, I've got that in spades.
Yes, you have been quite sedentary recently.
Excuse me? I've been going about work as normal, thank you. And, might I add, you do way less work than me.
Oh boy.
I do the amount of work that is required of me.
Ah, yes. You and your stellar work ethic. Stuff of legends.
I'm not gonna lie. The gay shippers for these two characters are going crazy right now. Oh, more than likely they were going crazy 10 days ago, but I'm still gonna say it.
No, now look what you've done. I've lost my train of thought. Where were we?
The problem in the desert.
Wait, you were listening earlier? Oh, we're giving the silent treatment now? Mature, very mature.
Go get a
Continue, Miss
room.
Layla. I'm curious as to how this incident unfolded.
What did I tell you? This one doesn't have enough to do.
Alright. Well...
Could you still use some extra hands on this investigation team of yours?
Huh? You want to join, Mr. Covey?
That's right. I think my experience studying desert mausoleums could be of some use here. While Hatham's expertise in ancient languages could be helpful too. Besides, I consider you all to be my friends, and friends are supposed to help each other out.
I'm gonna say all money.
I'm involved in this now?
Oh, please, I know you. Half the battle was over the minute you said you were curious. We couldn't stop you from joining if we tried.
Well, you've got me there. Besides... this suitcase of yours has been jumping at the chance to volunteer for a while now. I imagine...
You imagine?
mechanical life forms might also feel homesick from time to time.
Huh. Now that you mention it, Marak's core was a component sourced from the desert.
That could prove useful.
You're sure you want to come with us? It could be dangerous.
Oh, I'm sure. All the more reason to recruit as much help as possible. It's important to count on friends at times like these. Our pleasure. It's a plan, then. All right, we'll head back to our place to get ready. This one hasn't been on a trip in a while. Chances are, he doesn't even remember how to pack a suitcase.
I'm not worried. It'll get done. Somehow.
Oh my lord.
Would it kill you to help every once in a while?
Nigga can't fold his own clothes.
I do help. It's called moral support.
It's called laziness, twin.
Oh, of course. And I am ever so grateful.
Goodbye, you three.
We'll see you soon! too busy glaring at all Hatham, you almost forgot them.
Well, we're pretty close to the academia now. I should be fine from here. Thanks for the coffee, Paimon. I feel much better now. Right. I'll follow the doctor's orders. Or try to, at least. With the blessing of the stars, I hope we all get a good night's sleep.
Oh, that's the end of Act 1. I finished Act 1 in one go. Nice. I mean, tomorrow's stream will be Act 2. So I'm gonna end the stream now, because I won't lie, I'm getting a little tired. My brain getting a little tired. Getting a little foggy. Please, somebody got enough. Yay! I gotta go spin that damn resin, and then I can get that check off. What else? Yeah. I can say this. For anybody waiting for my next reaction to whatever I'm doing a reaction video to, it's more than likely I probably won't have it out. Because I planned to do a reaction on Monday, but I was just like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Not right now. So that's why I'm gonna save it for Friday.
All things come to an end.
That's why I'm gonna save it for Friday so that I can do it. When I have my, extended storage, gigabyte, terabyte, whatever. So wait till then when I get a reaction video done. I played Zenless, Starro, and Genshin, and Fate Samurai Remnant as well on the channel. I gotta stream Fate Samurai Remnant more, which is why I'm probably gonna stream it on Thursday, seeing as this story quest was able to get done technically faster than 2 hours, but since I just kept talking, it felt like 2 hours long. So yeah. Also, I'm going to play Gravity Rush Remastered and Gravity Rush 2 on my channel as well. So wait for that. I'm just waiting for those games to come in, those hard copies. So whenever they come in, y'all going to see me stream that as well. And I only want to do it because I want to diversify my streams of what I play. Because like playing just gacha games does get tiring at some point, which is why you need to treat them as a balance game. Side game. That's what I meant to say. Anything else? Like, sub, turn on notification bell, all that dandy good stuff. Join the YouTube community Discord if you wish to. Link is working from what I remember 2 hours ago. Yep, I think that's it. Good night. Later. Peace. GG's. Bye. Hopefully y'all get a good night's sleep tonight, like me. Now, what is button at?